Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. It's Monday morning, and you might have jumped out of bed and started the day on high alert with high cortisol, getting ready to fight the saber-toothed tigers and the dragons of the day. But I want you to realize that most people, in fact, it's been estimated that 83% of North Americans are living in a state of high cortisol daily. And that's from stress. Now, even good stress, an exciting adventure, preparing for a wedding, the birth of a child, buying a new house. Good stress also raises your cortisol level. And of course, bad stress when you're receiving an angry email from your boss or stuck in traffic or feeling that you don't have enough money to pay the bills. The high cortisol that most people live with every day is actually breaking down your body. It's not allowing you to think clearly. In fact, high cortisol all the time leads to brain fog. It leads to feeling exhausted all the time. And in our society, it seems to be a badge of honor to be busy, busy, busy. Busyness isn't being productive. And most people are on high alert so often that it feels unnatural to relax. But taking a deep breath in, shaking your body, eating properly, drinking lots of water, getting enough sleep can help you get through, not only get through the day, but enjoy your day and think clearly about the dreams and visions and the goals that you want to accomplish in your life, not feeling like you can't take on any more. And maybe your beautiful dream is a someday goal, which actually will never happen unless you learn how to focus on it. In the book As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, I'm going to read the chapter on the effect of thought on health and the body. James Allen says the body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they be deliberately chosen or automatically expressed. At the bidding of unlawful thoughts, the body sinks rapidly into disease and decay. At the command of glad and beautiful thoughts, it becomes clothed with youthfulness and beauty. I see that so often. I notice people who are in their 60s who look like they're in their 80s. And Bob Proctor passed away at the age of 87, but he looked like he was in his early 70s. He was still dancing and walking backwards up onto the stage when he was 85. It's because he said he didn't hang around with old people. And he would explain that the body obeys whatever the mind is thinking about. If you're thinking about dis-ease, worry, stress, fear, things that are bothering you, that dis-ease leads to disease. And he would say, just always hyphenate that word, dis-ease. A body that is not at ease, one that doesn't allow itself to relax, it's always under stress, always going, 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 breaks down. And everything has to have rest. You reboot your computer, you get your vehicle serviced. Even if you look around in wintertime, the trees and nature looks like it's sleeping. It looks like it's cold and dead, when in the spring it comes back to life. Everything needs rest, including you. And what we think about, we bring about. So James Allen goes on to say, disease and health, like circumstances, are rooted in thought. Sickly thoughts will express themselves through a sickly body. Thoughts of fear have been known to kill a man as speedily as a bullet, and they are continually killing thousands of people just as surely, though less rapidly. The people who live in fear of disease are the people who get it. Anxiety quickly demoralizes the whole body and lays it open to the entrance of disease, while impure thoughts, even if not physically indulged, will soon shatter the nervous system. Strong, pure, and happy thoughts build up the body in vigor and grace. The body is a delicate and plastic instrument which responds readily to the thoughts by which it is impressed, and habits of thought will produce their own effects, good or bad, upon it. People will continue to have impure and poisoned blood so long as they propagate unclean thoughts. Out of a clean heart comes a clean life and a clean body. Out of a defiled mind proceeds a defiled life and a corrupt body. Thought is the fount of action, life, and manifestation. Make the fountain pure, and all will be pure. Change of diet will not help a person, will not change his thoughts. When a man makes his thoughts pure, he no longer desires impure food. Clean thoughts make clean habits. The so-called saint who does not wash his body is not a saint. He who has strengthened and purified his thoughts does not need to consider the malevolent microbe. If you would perfect your body, guard your mind. If you would renew your body, beautify your mind. James Allen says thoughts of malice, envy, disappointment, despondency rob your body of its health and grace. A sour face does not come by chance. It is made by sour thoughts. Wrinkles that mar are drawn by folly, passion, pride. James Allen gives an example. He said, I know of a woman of 96 who has the bright, innocent face of a girl. I know a man well under middle age whose face is drawn into inharmonious contours. The one is the result of a sweet and sunny disposition. The other is the outcome of passion and discontent. You cannot have a sweet and wholesome abode unless you admit the air and sunshine freely into your rooms. So a strong body and a bright, happy, or serene countenance can only result from the free admittance into the mind of thoughts of joy and goodwill and serenity. On the faces of the aged, there are wrinkles made by sympathy, others by strong and pure thought, and others are carved by passion. Who cannot distinguish them? With those who have lived righteously, age is calm, peaceful, and softly mellowed like the setting sun. I have recently seen a philosopher on his deathbed. He was not old except in years. He died as sweetly and peacefully as he had lived. There is no physician like cheerful thought for dissipating the ills of the body. There is no comforter to compare with goodwill for dispersing the shadows of grief and sorrow. To live continually in thoughts of ill will, cynicism, suspicion, and envy is to be confined in a self-made prison hole. But to think well of all, to be cheerful with all, to patiently learn to find the good in all, such unselfish thoughts are the very portals of heaven, and to dwell day by day in thoughts of peace toward every creature will bring abounding peace to their possessor. Now, one of the chapters in James Allen's little book, As a Man Thinketh, is serenity. I'm going to read serenity to you, and I think it's a lovely way to start a Monday morning rather than being filled with cortisol and rushing. Just relax and listen to serenity. Take this in to calm your nervous system, to allow the brain fog to clear, to expect that today will be easy flowing, that you will find the answers. Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. It is the result of long and patient effort in self-control. Its presence is an indication of ripened experience and of a more than ordinary knowledge of the laws and operations of thought. A man becomes calm in the measure that he understands himself as a thought-evolved being, for such knowledge necessitates the understanding of others as a result of thought. And as he develops a right understanding and sees more and more clearly the internal relations of things by the action of cause and effect, he ceases to fuss and fume and worry and grieve, and remains poised, steadfast, serene. The calm man, having learned how to govern himself, knows how to adapt himself to others, and they in turn reverence his spiritual strength and feel that they can learn of him and rely upon him. The more tranquil a man becomes, man or woman, the more tranquil a person becomes, the greater is his success, his influence, his power for good. Even the ordinary trader will find his business prosperity increase as he develops a greater self-control and equanimity, for people will always prefer to deal with a person whose demeanor is strongly equable. The strong, calm person is always loved and revered. They are like a shade-giving tree in a thirsty land, or a sheltering rock in a storm. Who does not love a tranquil heart, a sweet-tempered, balanced life? It does not matter whether it rains or shines, or what changes come to those possessing these blessings, for they are always sweet, serene, and calm. That exquisite poise of character, which we call serenity, is the last lesson of culture, the fruitage of the soul. It is precious as wisdom, more to be desired than gold, yea, than even fine gold. How insignificant mere money-seeking looks in comparison with a serene life, a life that dwells in the ocean of truth, beneath the waves, beyond the reaches of tempests, in the eternal calm. How many people we know who sour their lives, who ruin all that is sweet and beautiful by explosive tempers, who destroy their poise of character and make bad blood. It is a question whether the great majority of people do not ruin their lives and mar their happiness by lack of self-control. How few people we meet in life who are well balanced, who have that exquisite poise which is characteristic of the finished character. Yes, humanity surges with uncontrolled passion, is tumultuous with ungoverned grief, is blown about by anxiety and doubt. Only the wise man, only he whose thoughts are controlled and purified, makes the winds and storms of the soul obey him. Tempest-tossed souls, wherever ye may be, under whatsoever conditions you may live, know this. In the ocean of life, the isles of blessedness are smiling, and the sunny shore of your ideal awaits your coming. Keep your hand firmly upon the helm of thought. In the bark of your soul reclines the commanding master. He does but sleep. Wake him. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. Say unto your heart, peace, be still. Peace, be still. James Allen also wrote, conquer thyself, then thou shalt know. Climb to the high, leave thou the low. Deliverance shall him entrance who strives with sins and sorrows, tears and pains, till he attains. Whether the day is filled with hours of work or leisure, days of joy or sorrow, in the sunshine and in the clouds, know that this is a deep experience. When you focus on what it means to be truly alive, fulfilling your purpose, learning, studying, understanding yourself, realizing that well-being is the natural, normal state of being, and we can only be in one state of being at a time. Do you want to be in the state of joy and happiness? Practice gratitude, practice calmness, practice centering yourself. Take a deep breath in and let that go. There are lots of different breathing practices. And if you are having a crazy, bad, stressful day, you can take a deep breath in and then take another fast breath in, like when a child has been crying so uncontrollably that they take a deep breath in and then take a second breath in. And then you'll feel your central nervous system calm down. Do that a couple of times. Another breathing technique is to breathe in for the count of 4 and allow the exhale to be double, to breathe out for the count of 8. Your sympathetic nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system will work with you instead of against you. releasing cortisol, and then do something that improves your thought patterns. Shake off the stress. Think of an animal after it's run away from a predator. It shakes for about a minute and then it goes on. You can shake off your stress. It doesn't have to be exercise or dance. You can just spend 30 seconds or a minute shaking your legs, shaking your arms, just shaking it off. Bringing your body back to center. Every morning and every night, just spend a couple of minutes breathing deeply, sitting quietly, and imagining what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. Are you anticipating a trip, an event, a concert, a wedding, a happy event that you are looking forward to? When you have something to look forward to, you realize life isn't just for work and earning money and getting by day. Have something to look forward to. What would that feel like? What are you wearing? Who's going to be there? What brings you happiness? Feel that feeling throughout your body. Calm, happy, joyful, eagerly anticipating a really special event. And in that feeling, think about the biggest, most beautiful dream that you have, a vision of what you would love in your life. It might be something material, like a new home or a new car, but it might be a beautiful relationship. What would it be like to already have that? Bring that into your conscious mind. Plant it in your heart. You know that having what you desire you believe it'll make you happier. You believe you'll feel freer, joyful, grateful. Get into that feeling as if you're already there, already that. You've already become the version of you that has that outcome. And then Bob Proctor taught me one of the fastest ways to bring it into your life is to focus your attention on it for a few minutes. Get into the feeling as if it's already yours. And then write about it. Make it a goal. Make that vision your dream. Make it a destination. That's where we're going. That's what I really want. Write it down. Write it down in the present tense as if it's already occurred. Use positive language. Maybe you have a little goal card. Bob Proctor was famous for handing out goal cards at all of his seminars. And I give them to my clients because it says, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am or I have. What do you want to accomplish? What will bring you joy when it's yours? What will make your life easier? What is it that you deeply desire? Write it down as if it's here now. It's a done deal. It's yours. How grateful are you? How has your life changed? I'm so happy and grateful now that you can write down one sentence that captures your vision, your dream, your idea, your goal. The key is to really feel it. Maybe do this for 5 minutes and then let it go. Get on with the day calmly, knowing that what you just wrote down on that goal card is yours. It's coming. It's coming at the right time. Just like Christmas isn't here today, we'll celebrate it on December 25th. You could put a date on your goal card. You're going to have it accomplished by the end of this year or the end of this week. And then allow the magic to happen. Let the universe do the heavy lifting. Carry your goal card with you and look at it once in a while during the day and before you go to sleep. Go to sleep imagining that your goal has already been accomplished. You've already driven the new car. You're going to sleep in your new home. You're already on the trip and you've enjoyed the day. Go to sleep in the feeling that it's already been experienced, and your subconscious mind will look for evidence. You'll start to see things show up. And when you notice, give thanks. And when you get an idea to do something that you normally wouldn't do, make sure you take action on that. Do that, because that will take you down the next step and the next step along the path to that beautiful vision, that dream goal. Whatever it is that you want can be yours. Don't worry about the how. The how will show up. The highest version of you will receive the idea. Take action on it. Create a wonderful day. Enjoy your day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.